Mr. Truck here, and another adventure here with
Kelsey.
We're in the 2015 Denali Yukon XL. That means it's the real big one, real long one. And this puppy has a 6.2. I guess that was a precursor to the Corvette engine, and an 8-speed automatic. And we're gonna go out and take it for a spin. How much power do we have, Kelsey?
It's got 420 horsepower to 460 foot-pounds of torque.
Awesome.
So she goes.
Yes. This is a fun car. Here we are. And the wind kept us from filming outside, so here we are. Stuff. And this part here, this is the heads-up display. So I don't know if I can get that on video or not.
I don't know. That might be difficult.
I can't tell if it's anything showing up or not. But
yeah.
That is so cool. So you move that display up and down. You can change the height, change whatever you want on there, whether it's compass or whatever it is. Cool.
Track it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. It's so cool. I love it.
Never have to look down at your dash again.
Yeah.
As the wind comes in.
Yeah.
Lovely Colorado.
Let's go have some fun with this pulling a horse trailer, the Logan Coach. And this too, see, this is real aluminum in the dash. I like that. All this stuff here is actual aluminum like they do with the Denali series.
That's
and a plastic wood grain. Yeah, this is actually a gorgeous machine. I even like the nose on this puppy.
Now this one are nice.
Yeah, and this is so adjustable. I mean, the seats fit you well.
Yeah.
I mean, I like them. These have got that memory foam in them too. But you know, this, when I first got this, I thought it had like information overload or electronic overload. I thought maybe I have to go get a pilot's license to run it because there's so many.
There's a lot of
switches. Yeah, and the heads-up display, I love that. That's where it projects out there in a highway your speedometer and your tachometer and your lane departure and your compass and all that cool stuff. And you can adjust it up and down and light or bright. It works daytime and nighttime. But this has got everything you can imagine. And you know, you may want to read the manual on this one because it's just a bunch of stuff. It's got a thing here in the middle that charges your phone when you lay it in the console. It has.
That's nice.
Oh, of course the power seats, the power heats, all that. But it's just a fun car, and we're pulling a trailer with it. This Logan Coach horse trailer, and I think the mirrors are a little small. I wish we had some options on the mirrors on this. But you know, this is a lifestyle vehicle to haul a family. It's got seat belts for 3 rows of seats, and we'll look at those here in a bit. But this also has like an air ride on the back and those magnetic shocks that help firm it up. It actually will increase the thickness of the oil with the magnets and the metal that's in the oil. Changes the viscosity of it, and that changes the handling from what you want on it. But the air ride on the back, the air shocks, level you out. This is the fastest one I've seen when you hook up to a trailer for leveling your truck out. And but if you are hauling like the maximum payload, maximum trailer, 7,900 pounds, when you get up, anywhere close to 8,000 pounds, of course your air shocks have to give you more air, and that makes it a little rougher of a ride. Is the only thing I didn't like about it. But I think it's a great towing machine. We've towed 7,000 pounds. We've done a few things with it, and we're still out running around with it. It's got one of those hitches. You got to take the plastic cover off to plug it all in. But I like it as a towing machine. This is pretty good all around. We can haul the family, and you can still haul some trailers, whether it's lifestyle trailers with Sea-Doos or four-wheelers, or if it's horses or whatever you got to do. And it sounds like a V8.
It does sound like a V8.
And this has got going on the lines of electronics. If somebody walks behind you, the beepers go off. If somebody drives in your blind spot, left or right, beepers go off. And the little yellow car goes from green to yellow, and it's in your heads-up display out there shooting into the highway, so you can see this everywhere. But it'll tell you anything going on near you, which is so awesome. And you got two DVD players in the back. The kids can all watch movies. You got all kinds of stuff going on here.
It's got that lane departure.
Yeah, lane departure, so you can go left cheek, right cheek, and know when you're. And this is really sensitive. Of course, we're on some narrow lanes. To me, you don't have to get that close to the line, and it tells you. So it really keeps you in line.
Well, the system goes orange before it even beeps you on the windshield.
Yeah.
It's nice. I never have to look down again.
Yeah, that is cool. It has a nice dash. There's a lot of information you can get out of the dash. It's got an excellent set of gauges. I always like the big round gauges so I can see what's going on. It's got the round knobs, which I like. I love the round fan knob. I don't like buttons. I'm driving down the highway, I just have a hard time hitting buttons. Knobs I can grab and hang on. Yeah, I like that feature on it. And it's quiet. You can tell it's a V8. You will hear it at higher RPMs. But it's a very solid ride.
So they have a touch screen and the buttons for the radio?
Yeah. It does. It's got two sets. It's got a set down here for media, radio, all the things you might want to do, and you can push them. Now, I've got a CD in there, or DVD for the grandkids are watching, so maybe it's got my screen kind of weird, so I'm not even sure what is going on there. I'll put the radio button on, and maybe it'll clear some of that up. Maybe it won't. Now, let's play my bridge. So there's the Blu-ray. It tells me we got the DVD inserted. I don't know. I need some time to play with the screen, because it has too much stuff in the way. Now maybe that'll clear it up, because it's...
It should, I would hope.
Yeah. That's Little Mermaid. We may want to watch that.
Yeah, I'm always good for the Little Mermaid.
Yeah. It's got the rear controls up here. Of course, you got the controls in the back. Heated aired seats.
Plenty of storage. Very luxurious.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's the Denali series. Yukon means it's GMC, not Chevy. Chevy's got the Suburban. And this is only $77,925.
It's not bad, though, for what you're getting. It's a nice vehicle.
Yeah, if you were to buy a European SUV, you would get a lot less for that amount of money.
Yeah.
And a lot smaller. This is the room, and this is the one that, you feel like you really are in something substantial. It's a body on frame. I call these trucks. The government says if you have a flat loading service, according to the EPA, that it's a truck. That means minivans and SUVs. And I like the body on frame. Now you got the strength of the frame, and then your hitches, you got your hitches are tied to the frame, not to some subframe tied to an axle, like a unibody, like most crossovers are. So I'm a big fan of this. It's got 22-inch wheels. All we need now is an air horn. We got the big ones. My goodness.
I don't know. I guess I can't say I'm not, or I can't say that I'm disappointed. I just know that bigger rims means more money for tires.
Yeah,
so
it does.
that kind of hurts. Do they offer any of the smaller tires?
Well, 20 is the standard. 22 is the option.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. I like the old 16s back on the truck, and now the trucks have 17s and 18s, and that's kind of the direction they're going. And I know in a heavier trucks, you go to the bigger size, gives you higher capacity, but like you're saying, it costs more money.
It does. By the time you've spent how much on the vehicle, I guess that's pennies, but that's something you're going to have to replace, hopefully not yearly, but with as much as I do tires yearly. So
Yeah, it does. It all plays into it. Now this has got a 31-gallon fuel tank, which is pretty big.
That is big.
I've been driving this all week, and I still got a half a tank of fuel left.
So doesn't do too bad.
No, it's rated at 20 on the highway, 14 in the city, and this also has that cylinder deactivation, so you run on 4 cylinders. And I've even pulled the trailer, flat surfaces in 4 cylinders. If you're driving across Kansas, you can be in 4 cylinders. You can save a lot of money. I like that idea. I know Ram and GM are into it. Ford stayed away from it, but I think it makes sense. I think actually GM had the first ones back in 2007, cylinder deactivation in their SUVs. But this is the real thing, and it's all about connectivity too. This is certainly a modern vehicle, like we talked about. You have a way to charge your cell phone on the dash, or sitting on the console. You also have, this has that 4G GTE, whatever, anyway, the 4G, the high-speed internet connection, and you can hook up to like 7, wireless. You can hook up to 7 units in here, like 7 phones, 7 mini pads. And you got that passengers up to 8 in here, so you can take the whole family and they can all be hooking up.
They made it 7 so the driver couldn't use it. Darn them. Oh.
Yeah.
Washboard.
Yeah, if this trailer,
do too bad.
Yeah, we're not pulling a whole lot with this trailer, but if we had 8,000 pounds, this would really be rough. I mean, it's a rough road. It's washboard now, but yeah. Now, these GMs are not the largest windshields. I guess people have a problem with it. I'm the only one who has a problem with most things in these vehicles, but you got all this stuff with the the OnStar giant box behind the mirror. Usually they have a giant mirror. This one's not a bad sized mirror, but they don't have as big a windshield as like what Ford or Ram do, and I like the big glass. I suppose that here it probably blocks some of the sun, so you don't have as much glare, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. But I do like this. I like this as a towing vehicle, and I like it as a fun vehicle. But if you run it on 4 cylinders, where you can, and not in the wind or pulling a trailer, you can get over 20 miles to the gallon. It's got some good features, and when you're buying something this heavy, this big, it's nice that you can occasionally afford to drive it. Of course, gas prices dropping for a while now helps it, but yeah, this is something. I mean, minivans are usually 7 passenger. This is bigger than a minivan.
It's got plenty of room in here.
Yeah, I mean,
it really does.
It's an all-around vehicle where you can haul the family, haul the vehicles. And, I always feel a little safer in a big vehicle like this, too.
Yeah.
But dabba-do.
Does it have the airbags on the side of the doors?
I'm sure it does. It's getting a mandatory thing. Yeah, there's a tag back there.
There's a tag on there?
Yeah.
I can't see mine.
Yeah. And, of course, this is the push-button start, which I like. It's got tow mode, too. It's got everything you'd want for a towing rig. And it's got... Now, the brake controller on this one, I'll show you pictures of it here in a bit. It's on the left side, like Jim likes to do. I would rather it be on the right side, but on the pickup truck, they moved it up. So you can see it, you can grab it, and it is usable. This one on the left side is behind the steering wheel. You have to actually bend around to even see it. So an emergency situation where you'd want to grab the manual brake controller, it would take you some time in this. So you want to practice that, because there are times when you need to grab that brake controller, and that's fine.
Go see.
And we'll do that. Officer over there.
Yeah, we're not going to go see him.
Oh, okay.
The license I have, I'd like to keep.
Yeah, that's how mine is too. I got a CDL. I have to do my medical thing every year.
Yep.
But this is so adjustable on things. I mean, I talked about the push button start. You leave the key fob in your pocket. You just push a button to lock and unlock from the outside. And that's the same way with the hatch. This is this double door hatch. You can open the top part if you want to just stick things in, open the whole hatch, and you can control the speed of it up here, and you can open it from up here, you can open it from your key fob, you can open it with buttons on the handles back there. They give you 3 different ways to open the hatch, so you shouldn't have a problem there. And close the hatch, and it's actually lined up pretty well. I can open it with the trailer on the back and not hit the jack.
That's nice.
Yeah. Here's your chance to
take out some bicyclists. It's your trailer, right?
Yeah, I mean,
gotta turn that camera off now. Oh,
these poor bicycles are everywhere. And they're little mini backpacks, and they're camel water drinking tools, whatever they are.
I really don't mind them as long as they're riding single file in their line. It's when you got like 12 of them in the road, in my lane. Like this. This is a good
pack.
Yeah, here's a pack.
Got them 4 across, just like a bunch of wolves running out there. And yeah, I guess they own the road, and we just kind of have to wait for them.
There should be enough room for me to turn around in here.
How's this feel, Kelsey?
It's nice.
Comfortable?
The seats are really nice.
Cool.
I really like all the automatics that's got on it.
Okay.
Everything's automatic.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, there's a button somewhere for the hatch, and it's separate from. See any buttons?
No? Oh, yes I do.
Okay.
Oh, the whole top moves up. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that is cool. And that's where the there. It's all hidden up under that. Some of the dirt, you know, on a flat surface. Yeah, and then the big hatch. Yeah, it's power. And then it's got, yeah, you got enough room in there to hide a steer. Those seats all fold flat. You can put a lot of bales in there and saddles and everything else. Yeah, and this all opens up. What?
Oh, and it's all electric.
Yeah, you can fold those seats all kinds of ways.
Why won't it go now? What I do?
Well, because I may have something in the way up there. I have to look up there. Oh, there you go. You folded that one over. There, you folded the other one over. Pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and there might be something on the side too to do all those adjustments. So you probably can fold the whole thing flat from the back. See if those seats fold forward too. Oh wow, look at that.
They do.
Yeah, fold it. Oh wow, that is just so cool.
It goes completely flat.
Wow.
That's nice.
I got stuff up there, that's why the seats couldn't go all the way flat, but that is so cool. Okay, fire them back and wow. Neat.
That'll make it a heck of a lot easier for me to get in there.
Oh yeah. Okay, dude. Oh, that's too cool. Wow, they just flip up and out of the way.
Nice and easy.
Yeah. I think there's seat belts for 3 back there. Seat belts for 3.
There are seat belts for 3.
And 2 rows of DVR or DVD player thingamajiggers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we could
I
go to.
definitely missed out as a child.
Oh, I know. We go to Vegas in this thing. Go to SEMA. This is the machine.
You want to take me to SEMA this year?
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Your son going with you?
Yeah, he got off his vacation time. And as my grandson would be, if he goes with us, then he doesn't have to go to preschool. He's 3, he'll be 4 this summer. So I'm not big into kids going to school right after birth like everybody seems to do these days.
Yeah.
I like to see them get another year of freedom. But yeah, cool. Climb out of there. Tell me how easy it was.
Well, with this step right here.
Oh yeah, it's a power step.
Easy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Is that all the way down there?
I think so.
Oh.
Power
So
seat, don't you love
if
it?
you do it double, or if you... That's cool.
Yeah.
Because if I do it once, it'll put it down. If I do it again,
It folds.
it'll put it up for me too.
Awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That'll make it a lot easier to get kids back there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, because you're always in a hurry to get the little ones in their seats.
And the seats are light now.
Yeah.
Drink holders.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Real nice.
And you actually have headroom back there,
Yeah.
where some vehicles you close out the middle. This actually has the vents and the headroom all the way across. I'm impressed with the headroom for this. I've got my little cowboy hat on, but we've got all kinds of room. Even with the moonroof. Moonroof, you lose 1.5 inches, and I have got room for everything.
Everything fits and the seats go down.
Yes, it's totally an entertaining vehicle. It's got the DVD players, the 2 screens, and you're right, it does have the wireless headsets, and the movie watchers can listen to theirs, and you can listen to yours up front.
That's nice, because when that first came out, you had to listen to the music for the video.
Yeah. And like I was saying, this had the information overload. It was all electronics on this, and now I'm used to it. I really like it. But this has so many. I was going to read a few of these things for the alarm. Is I still on focus on both of us? I guess I can see both of us. The has a package. This is like a purple. We figured out it's an Amherst or Amethyst, Midnight Amethyst Metallic. But the theft deterrent on this thing, it's got a motion detector inside. So I guess somebody breaks in and they are trying to steal it, you'll hear it. Self-powered horn. That's all from the theft deterrent system. And it has a whole bunch of systems that keep you from being stolen. But it's got the power retractable running boards. Adaptive cruise control, I'm big on that. That means, it'll lock on the vehicle in front of you with the radar. And so that takes a lot of fatigue out of it, because a lot of times you get in areas where it's congested and you don't have to sit there and keep turning it off and on. It stays locked. I really like adaptive cruise control. Big fan of that.
Makes it nice as long as the person in front of you is not speeding.
Yeah, but you can set it for your speed, they won't go past that speed.
Yeah.
If they go past the speed, they take off and you stay there. So you lock all that in to the speed you want, and the car slows down and it slows down. So yeah, it won't chase the guy in front of you. It will just lock on to the speed that they're doing until it goes above your speed that you had set. Of course, power adjustable pedals, power tilt and telescoping wheel. I like that. But you can just spend all day long in there playing with all the toys.
They
Lane
did
departure.
fill it up. That's part.
Yeah.
Oh, and it tells you when you're in a V4 instead of a V8. That's nice.
Yeah, it tells you when you're saving fuel. It tells you when you're somebody. The blind spot indicator's nice, even with these small mirrors. People pull up beside you that you can't see. It beeps at you and tells you there's somebody there, which is really nice, 'cause especially on this side, they can get back behind that mirror out of range, especially a little car, and you don't see them.
Well, not only that, but this is so long that, yeah, there's a lot of spots in this you can't see.
That's true. It's a big unit. The XL, that's what you get with the XL. You get the longer version. Man, that motion detector, that sounds just too cool. It's got all the awesome lights. Of course, this Denali grill is great big. This thing looks like a truck, which is, the way I like it.
It looks good.
Ecotech 3, that 6.2 was one I guess supposed to be in previous versions of the Corvette. 8-speed came out for 15, which I really like, and they've really done a great job of mapping this transmission and keeping it each gear in the torque range. When you have it in tow mode, it will not let you drop out of power, which was the problem with the 6-speed. It would drop out of power, so you'd have to be almost like spooling up a turbo. Even though you don't have a turbo, you're actually trying to get the RPMs picked back up for power. And this one, you can do lane changes, pass somebody so quickly with this. I'm really impressed with this combination.
It's nice. It goes. Even with an empty trailer, I'm guessing a loaded trailer, it's still going to drive.
Yeah. It's got an auto-locking differential, which is
nice.
Good, yeah. I doubt if too many of these go in mud, but...
Pavement princesses? No.
Yeah,
we wouldn't make any of those.
I know when SUVs first started getting big, nobody, the big thing was to have this four-wheel drive car that would go anywhere, but, very few people ever used them off-road of any kind. That must be a police officer.
Yep. We have
sneaky.
We have bike events up here on the weekends.
Oh.
So a lot of our roads have just hey, there's a cop here to deter everybody from blacking out bicyclists, throwing stuff at them. Or...
Well, shoot. Well, there's a certain season when it is okay to wipe out some bicycles. Is there bike season? No, I know a lot of bicyclists. They have fun. It's hard to have them on narrow roads. I wish they were on the bigger roads where they had plenty of room, but you put them on these narrow roads and we all have safety issues. We don't want to hit a bicyclist, and it certainly makes it tricky. And then too, almost any trailer you pull is going to be 8.5 feet wide, so
which is all of your lane.
Yeah, you're on a 10-foot lane, not a 12-foot lane, and I guess that's just the problem we face. You get these mountain roads and all this beautiful country. Everybody wants to go out and ride a bicycle. It's like we want to go out and take pictures with it. So we're all kind of in the same area.
So now, can you see the speedometer and everything from sitting right there?
No.
No, you can't see it?
No, within about 10 inches of either side of you, you can't see it.
Oh, so nobody could ever look at you and tell you were speeding.
Right. Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
no idea. I can't see any of that. Yeah, it shoots out the front of the cowling there. And, yeah, you got to get right in front of it to see it.
Yeah. All right.
I was amazed you could see it in the daytime.
Yeah, it's nice. I will say it's really nice. I don't have to look down at my speedometer as long as that's always right.
Well, sure, and that's the problem. When you're trying to stay at the same speed, taking your eyes off the road to see their speed, and then it changes. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great for safety. I like the heads-up display.
Definitely does what it says. Keeps your heads up.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a whole lot of gauges. Of course, they don't want to clutter your vision, so you only get about 3 different things at a time up there.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it's not in, so say, line of sight. Well, it's in your line of sight, but it's not obstructing your line of sight.
Right, it's not showing you what's way out there, it's showing you what's right in front of the vehicle on the highway.
And it's right above your hood, so...
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully you're not looking.
And you can adjust it up and down, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's...
But I think it only goes... Yeah, it will not go more than above my steering wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is what fighter jets have.
All right.
They can stay out
technology.
There glass. Yeah. I need one in my truck. I need that and adaptive cruise control, man. I'd be so tickled. I see some trees are budding out. This is February.
Yep.
Spring is coming. Coming down, I guess this is 34 from Estes Park. I'm using the adaptive cruise control. It is so cool. I've got a little trailer on the back here, and it is keeping me locked down right at the speed I want, even through this construction zone. I use the buttons, the plus and minus on the steering wheel to get the speed adjusted, and then it speeds up and slows down whatever I need, and the grade shifting is kicking in so that I'm not coming down this hill dangerously. There's no vehicle in front of me to lock on right now, but it's keeping the speed I want. So, it's applying brakes when it needs to, it's shifting when it needs to. So I have it in tow mode, so the grade shifting will kick in, but man, this is nice. I have to read the owner's manual. A lot of these, they tell you not to use it with the trailer, but that's when it's the best to use it, in my opinion. But you always want to follow what the owner's manual says.